Yeah, boy. Woo! Let me check this out.
Keep it smooth and clean. Friday night. Let that good times.
Man, I was looking for me some quarters to throw in the jukebox. What's going on here, everybody? Hope y'all having a good Friday. I see we got Fats and Tree, we got Lisa J. Stocks, we got the Nichols. Let me get back to these comments. That's all I remember. Y'all know I'm getting over that MC. Hey, we're gonna have some fun tonight, y'all. I ain't got no topics. Your boy rolling solo. We're gonna do some trivia. I'm gonna ask y'all some questions. They call it trivia, but it's really questions. I want to know what y'all think about them. You know, we just gonna have some fun. And I ain't talking no serious questions. Well, y'all might think it's serious. You know, I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna start. But before I get into that, I got my first question already ready. Man, believe it or not, I was sitting at my favorite spot on a little bench today, man, at Kroger, and I just thought of something, man. Well, I might have been yesterday. I don't know. All these days roll together. But hey, if y'all had a rough week this week, you're in the right place. Welcome to the Points Blank Experience. I'm your host that does the most. It's your boy Rod. And on this channel, man, it's real simple. It's normally real talk from a point blank perspective. But tonight, it's going to be more than a YouTube channel. It's going to be an experience, baby. And I'm telling you, man, I got some questions. And when I say questions, I'm talking about questions like, here I'm gonna start it off. Then I'm gonna talk about these subscribers, but I'm gonna start it off like I was thinking, man. And I think I was talking to my co-host, just asking for a friend. Was Lionel Richie better when he was with the Commodores or when he got by himself? Because he started talking about hello, is it me you're looking for? But you know, I remember the Easy Like Sunday Morning. That's kind of what stimulated that song. And I actually wrote the song, did the composing or whatever they call it. I put the music together, and I was gonna tell y'all I sung it, but I knew y'all were gonna believe it. So I was like, no, man. Oh, okay, you gotta listen in, Strawberry. Okay. Hey, Kizzy, you still in the hold up, y'all. Kizzy's still in the backyard. Kizzy. We in the same time zone, man. Hey, Kizzy gonna get them goats, y'all. She gonna get them goats and them cats and all them other animals in that side. That's why she out there. She ain't playing no Strawberry. Kizzy out there with some binoculars. Like, I hope they come out tonight. I'm ready. But hey, we got Fats and Tree in the crib. But so what y'all think about that, man? I'm gonna be asking y'all. Oh, okay, right here. This what I'm talking about. Teresa, I had a rough day today, man. And you know, I'm gonna tell you, man, what made me think about this was back in the day when my mom and pops, well, my pops, he worked, but he really didn't work. But my mom worked at the school, and it was crazy because the dude that didn't work had all the fun, and the woman that went to work went home and just chilled. I was like, okay, this is kind of backwards yet once I grew up. But you know, my mom would I could tell it now. She done passed away, but she used to get her, like, she worked at the school. Didn't nobody know this, man. But she used to get her Mickey's 22-ounce deuce, if you know what I'm talking about. And she had a Virginia Slim 190. I mean, the cigarette was about this long, man. I mean, she could light that cigarette when she got home, and about 9 o'clock at night, it's still burning, you know, especially if she take a drag. But you go to the juke joints, man, and you just saw people, man, having a good time. You know, they worked hard, but they played harder. And it's crazy because they didn't make as much money. What up? Hey, Sheldon, I ain't forgot y'all, man. I was going to put it on TV and just let it play, but I said, I can't cheat Sheldon like that, man. They dropped a premiere tonight, man. And I like to watch them. I don't like to just play. Now, if I'm doing a playlist or something, I might. But when I'm watching a premiere or a live, I don't want to just have it on. I like to look at it. All right, so yeah, kids ain't playing about that garden, man. She out there at 10:30 at night talking about some strawberry, man. I go to Kroger and get me some about the fruit section. What they call that? What they call it when you go to the produce section? Yeah, I ain't like, oh no, I'm from the country, but yeah, man. You know, you go in the. I know my pops and uncle had a juke joint, man, and they used to put a quarter. And the only bad thing was it better not be no song like Members Only or Down Home Blues, because you're gonna hear that about 38 times in one night. I thought about getting me a jukebox. I said juke joint, but they went out of style because they got all this other music. Hell, I'm making music now. So, but man, you know, I was like, that gotta be a good side hustle, man. Cause what up? Hey, Desmond, man, did you hear my jam? I'm about to play it again. Now, right now, Desmond, I got one for you, man. Ain't but one copy. Now I got it. It's mine. But Desmond, it's called. I think I'm gonna call it This Friday. It's with a bunch of Y's. You know, I got to be different. I don't want to get no movie claims, no Everybody done talked about Friday. King George and what's that other dude named Sir Charles. Now we got Big Rod coming on. No, that's Big Rick. I can't be Big Rod. I don't know, Smooth Rod. I don't know. But anyway, man, hit that like button, man. Y'all, when I come in here and I do these kind of lives, I be forgetting half the stuff. Like, all right, first order of business, we need some subscribers. That ain't why I'm here. I'm here because I was chilling. I'm like, hey, man, if you like me, the last time I was on YouTube for real, I did some short, but the last time I was on there was a Tuesday when Keisha and I did the classroom. And I didn't do anything Wednesday, Thursday. Now, Wednesday, I was so tired. I went to bed early, like 11 something. Slept like 10 hours. So I was like, man, I got to come out and see the people, man. I be missing y'all. Really, for me, this is therapy. Like Tree said, going back, Tree said she had a long day. And that's my fam right here. Hey, Shelter, man, thanks for those words of encouragement today, bro. Much love, man. You are a blessing. You and Keep both. But hey, y'all didn't even answer the question. So Lionel Richie, he got with the Commodores, and he was with the Commodores. I see why he left. It was about 19 people in the group, so they splitting the money about 19 different ways, and then he went over and became All Night Long Lionel Richie. He kind of crossed over. I think about the Five Heartbeats movie. The crossover is the double cross. I ain't know, but I mean, I know what's that song? Just to Be Close to You, man. If you listen to the beginning of that, I thought money had so much value. I mean, what the hell is a value? I don't know, but man, just to be close. I'm sorry, that was the Lionel Richie I liked. I don't know about y'all. Maybe y'all was out there dancing in the street, all that other stuff. But and I ain't about to do. I don't know. I might do some of this person versus that person. But I just really was thinking, man. Back in the days, I don't even know these people no more. I don't know the artists. I don't know the actors and actresses. I don't even watch TV. Hell, I am the actor. Desmond and Kizzy, they the actor and actresses. Fats and Tree. Your favorite couple. These actresses and actors that I know now, I don't even watch no regular TV. The Lisa J. Stocks, I don't know who is who. Hell, I had pulled up some stuff that I had to delete half of it because they was talking about, well, they had one lady, I heard of her, but I know her song, but her name was H-E-R, H-E-R. I was like, boy, that's very original, but hell, I guess it's working, So I was like, what up? Hey, what's going on? Chit chat with Yodi. I was like, yo, man, I just want to take it back, man. I want to have some fun. And I got some more questions. Now, here go another question. Out of all the music groups, now I'm thinking about some males, I ain't gonna lie, but even the females. You used to have the quartets, the triplets, and the duos. Well, we can't really say no duo, but you had too many people in the group, in my opinion. Like New Edition had 5, then they went to 6. That wasn't right. It was a Jackson 5, then Randy came along, then they became the Jacksons. That wasn't right. But damn all that. I'm talking about, think of a group that had, say, 4 people or more, or 3 or more, that somebody just did not need to be in the group. And I still wonder to this day, why were they in the group? Because instead of splitting the money 4 ways, I'm a businessman. We're going to be split it 3 ways. I mean, I'm going to tell you who come to mind for me. What up, Jazz? What's going on, man? Let me pull up some of these people. Hey, y'all know, you'll never know when I'm going to go live. I might go live. All right, the Temptations. Yeah, they had too many people, but at least they all had a part, you had the bass dude, and then you had the falsetto dude, and whatever else the rest of them called. But so yeah, the Temptation had too many people too. But what about the OJ? That ain't even my first thought. But we know the dude. I don't even know his name. The dude with the afro, but it was kind of slanted in the middle. I don't know his name, but he had the kind of the higher voice. I guess he was the falsetto. And everybody know Eddie Levert, man. Hollering, screaming, and scaring the hell out of women back in the day. Well, he wasn't scaring them, but he would have scared me because he over there, didn't we? He just, Eddie be on stage freaking his own self. I was like, but then there was that third dude. That third dude, I don't really know what he did. I mean, he didn't have a rap. What did he do? He did the steps pretty good. I just don't know what he did. What did he do? What did he do to bring anything to the table? Now, I'm going to tell you who I really think about. And they got smart, but Jodeci. So we had, obviously, Casey and JoJo, ooh, yeah. And then I like how they just call each other's names, just sing each other's names out. That was cool to me. JoJo, or Casey, well, yeah, JoJo, I'm right here and all that. I just thought they were jamming. They could have sung that the whole song. I'd have been cool. Then you had Devontae doing the sounds. He was the producer. But then you had that fourth dude, Mr. Dalvin. What in the hell did he do? I don't even know what song he ever sung on. Mr. Dalvin, y'all probably don't even know who he is. I just was thinking, like, who could be just left out of these groups? Now, one person I said was that dude from Boys to Men. Wasn't it four of them? It was Sean, Wanye, Nathan, and then that other dude, Michael. Now, Michael, he did come in there, hey, but what he was saying wasn't making no sense to me. Hey, baby, when you was out with that other fella, right there, the conversation should have been over. You shouldn't even been talking no more. You was out with the other fella, but I'm just tripping, man. Just going back in the day, Hey, y'all gotta excuse me. I ain't text. I got my stuff on my phone tonight. I got stuff on the phone, stuff on the laptop. I got stuff everywhere, man. But all right, here, man. Let me go into now. I would say singer, but I'm gonna be fair about this. What up, Big Rick? Big Rick in the Heezy, man. I ain't even see Big Rick come in. What up, Big Rick, man? I guess I better look at these comments. Jazz, thank you for speaking and showing love to everybody. Everybody speaking to everybody. Now, I ain't gonna do no more singing, but hey, man, what about who's the better performer? I'm gonna go to the females now. I already know what people about to say. Y'all, first of all, y'all ain't saying nothing. Oh, okay. MC, did you Google that? Cause I swear that nobody else know. Dalvin wrote songs and produced, but it's all about Casey and JoJo. Yeah, and they finally got smart because they went over there and just became damn a name. We ain't coming up with the Blue Notes or the whatever they last name. What was their last name? Haley's. We ain't none of that. We just gonna be Casey and JoJo. And I thought that was smart. They ain't trying to reinvent no wheel. Everybody knew who they was anyway. Now, you might be thinking about Devontae was the dude. He over there used to be on the piano and with Feenan. But that other dude, he didn't do nothing, MC. I just don't. Yeah, hit them likes, man. If y'all up here, what's going on, Vicky? Thank you for being in here. Hey, Vicky's a huge supporter. We got 12 real homies in the crib. Y'all hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so. But seriously, man, better performer. I ain't never seen neither one of them in concert. But Janet or Beyonce. And this gonna be my last this or that question. I got some deeper questions, man. But I always hear this, like me, I think it depends on the era. People always talk about who's better, Michael Jordan or LeBron James. That's two different eras. Who's better, Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson? Two different eras. Now, I think personally, this is just me, that Muhammad was a real world champion because he had the Thriller in Manila. He was in the Philippines. He had the Rumble in the Jungle when he was in Zaire in Africa. That was a world champion. Just because you go to Vegas at the MGM, but they calling you the world champion. Maybe you beating up everybody in the world. But I liked when they used, like Muhammad was running around Africa through the bushes and through the lions and the giraffes. And he was training, man, with some Converse Chuck Taylors on. The hell. But Mike, we all know Mike. But going back, Beyonce. All right, Big Rick said Beyonce. Yep, they did, man. And you can hear it, Big Rick. You can hear, because when you go to church, it ain't nothing for nobody to sing somebody's name. People don't realize this. The remix actually started in the church. The remix, they talking about that dude, well, both of them in jail, but the two dudes that really did a lot of remixes, I ain't about to say their name, y'all can say it, but they didn't start no remix. Remix started in the church, man. And, the song, you will have a version, or you think is, what's that song, His Eyes on the Sparrow, they might start in the middle of the song just to throw everybody out because they didn't want nobody to outsing them. To me, that's what a remix. But yeah, they started off in church. So Big Rick said Beyonce, performer. Now I'm gonna tell you something about them Jacksons. I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm telling y'all, I ain't scripted none of this. All this is coming to my mind. I'm gonna tell y'all something about them Jacksons. Now we know Beyonce kind of did it too. But at first it was just two people. It was Kelly and Michelle. Well, I think it was somebody before her. It may have been a four person, but you had Beyonce, Kelly, and Michelle. But then it was just three of them. But then if you look at Control and Janet, she copied Michael. She had like 50 people behind her. And it looked better because they was all doing the same moves. You know, like when Michael did that lean into the side move and whatever, that smooth criminal or whatever. That's just, they gave us a not a facade, but so Beyonce, Big Rick, Fast and Tree said, Janet, see, I just think I'm probably gonna put an extra little into this because when you think about Beyonce, I don't know what all she had going on, but when you think about Janet Jackson and she had to follow the Jackson 5, then Reby made one song about Centipede because they had a video game out. And then you had Reby, I don't think she did nothing. And then, but to compete with that and then come out and take over, like now that crazy song that her and Michael had about Scream, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that. But I think if I had, Janet can dance. Now, I think now they both was kind of fine, but I think Beyonce has more of the sex appeal. But Janet had the sex appeal back in her day, so that's just something. Now let me get a little deeper in here, man. And if y'all got anything y'all want to chit chat about, the loans that ain't down. I mean, if you want to talk about something, give my opinion on something we've talked about on the Classroom Live and Direct, that's cool. But I'm really just trying to keep this light and fun, man. If I can find, there we go. Man, I got a phone over here. All right, y'all. Now they're about to get a little better here, man. Now, this gonna be from what I know. I ain't gonna be talking about nothing I don't know. Yeah, I have a brother up there, bro. A brother and a sister-in-law and a nephew. Yeah, it was a great song, but I ain't like the video, Dad. The video threw me off, man, and then all that hollering, oh, but that's what Michael started doing. Now, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. If I ever get a chance to get on stage, even if I'm public speaking, I want to walk out and stand in one of them fans on the ground, them blowers, and have me a shirt on where it's just blowing up by my head like Michael used to do it, and just do. Hey, I've been wanting to do that ever since I saw him do it. But think about this, man. I'm just gonna go back now. This just gonna be what I know. But if you're getting ready to go to a Black family gathering, and somebody call you on your cell phone, or you call them. Now you call them and you say, hey, bro, where you at? Like my brother. Hey, where you at? Hey, I'm around the corner. What does that really mean? Are they really around the corner? Are they? I just can't wait to hear what y'all say. I'm gonna tell y'all what I think. Well, we already know they ain't around no corner. Make sure I ain't miss nobody here. So we know they ain't around no corner, man. Let me take that down. Hey, while y'all thinking about that, hey, we probably about, let me see. I'm trying to do my math here. I think we're going to see 140 subscribers away from 1,000, man. If you know someone, as you can see, the versatility on the Points Blank Experience. When I created this channel, that's the main thing I wanted, was versatility. I wanted to be able to talk about something serious. I wasn't going to talk about no credit, no investing, because I have 2 channels for that. But I wanted to talk about serious topics that people are afraid to talk about. And I wanted to have fun. I wanted to be able to do both. Right now, tonight, we're in the fun realm. Hey, there you go. I'm going to come back to that. But if you know someone that I'm just say take a load off, because you can come into the Classroom or Live and Direct and take a mental load off. It may be something that you're going through that we talk about and we've experienced, my co-host and I. Or you can come here like Friday night and we can just have fun. Now, I got some popcorn. I don't know if y'all got some popcorn, but I really got some. Some pop secret. But I ain't microwave it. I ain't got time for it. I just got some in the bag. Y'all got to excuse me, man. I don't mean to be rude. Your boy a little hungry though. All right, so if a family member, you call a family member, and they're supposed to be at a gathering. It could be a wedding, it could be a homegoing, it could be a barbecue, and you come and say, "Hey, where are you?" And they say, "Around the corner." They either getting in the car or just pulling off, or most time they might be still in the crib getting ready. Thank you, MC. I just want to, some of this stuff, I kind of want to just take y'all back. All right. All right. Now, I know it's a lot of people out there don't like going to the doctor. All right, hold up. That person thinks that everything about 10 to 15 minutes away from the house. Yeah, man. I be telling people that in Dallas all the time, man. But I kind of gave it some extra time because DFW, Dallas Fort Worth, is a little big. You know, you'll hear me say I live 25. I ain't never clocked it. I live 25 minutes away from your favorite couple. It probably is 20 to 30 minutes. But then it take me 30 minutes to get to Dallas. Or I'll say, yeah, Fort Worth, yeah, I'm about 20 minutes from there. But depending on what part of Fort Worth I'm going. So, yeah, some cities, it did. Why do we have a problem with time? Y'all, the reason, I'm going to tell y'all a little secret. The reason I have my shows at 05 and 35 and 20s. If you notice tonight, I started at 10:20, not 10:15. Every blue moon I will, if it's an interview and I got a person that's on a time crunch, then I'll adjust. But I ain't gonna lie, I started out doing that because I was scared to go live. It gave me 5 extra minutes to be even more afraid, because that's what it turned out to be. But then once I got comfortable, I noticed I was late. So if it said 8, I get there by 8:03, 8:04. I said, okay, well, I'm gonna make them 8:05. And I'm gonna take y'all back to a story my mom did. So then instead of being there at 8:05, I gave myself an extra 5 minutes. Then I started showing up at 8:10, 8:15. I'm like, oh, this ain't really working. But I kept it there because that's what people got used to. But I remember my mom growing up, all the clocks in our house was 5 minutes ahead of the real time. And her reason, if she was running late, she was never late, at least for 5 minutes. She did it so she would be on time, even for church, for work. She ain't go nowhere else, working church. That was it. So she didn't want to be late, so that's kind of what she did. So that's one of the things that a lot of times, man, people, especially people that look like me, we just can't be on time. We don't. I'm one of them. I'm not talking about nobody. I'm talking about myself too. We don't respect time, man. We don't respect. Hey, what's going on? She Natural. Thank you for being here. We don't respect time, man. We just show up when we want it, you know. And then I don't know who said doing this here, excuse you for being late if you walking into somewhere. No, okay. But all right, man, I'm gonna get a little not too serious, but if a brother or a sister, it don't matter. Usually sisters ain't like that. But if you sustain an injury, now I ain't talking about no major, but like a minor, it could be serious, but you don't really know. How long are we gonna wait before we go to the doctor? What are we gonna do? I'm thinking about my mom. I don't know, my mom must be on my mind, but what are we gonna do before we really go get some for real help? Now, I guess I'm thinking about my grandma too. But I'm speaking to all any gardeners. I know Kizzy out there doing strawberries and flowers and soil. But I remember my mother, every time they told her about something, man, me and my brother, we felt the effects of it. I remember somebody told her about an aloe vera plant. And she got an aloe vera plant, man. And I'm telling you, any scrape, cut, whatever happened, go in there and get some aloe vera and put on it. maybe I'm tripping, but I swear aloe vera is the slowest working natural medicine in history, man. Hey, she naturally said, I'm going straight to the doctor. Well, see, that's what I was saying. Sisters go straight to the doctor, but I'm going wait right now. She natural. I'm gonna go back a little bit, and then my grandma. Now I think it was iodine. I don't know the real name of it, but I remember my grandma. It was methylate or something like that. All I know was in a bottle with a little top. It was red, and you take it out and it had a little stick at the end of it, and you put it on your sword, and it would burn like crazy, man. It worked though. It worked. It really worked. And it worked way quicker than this aloe vera stuff. But how many times have you heard your brother, your cousin, your husband, your boyfriend, a male friend, they'd have hurt their leg obviously bent in a different direction, and they tell me, I'm just gonna shake it off. I'm gonna shake it off. I'll be all right. Let me just shake it off. Everything I'm saying, I probably have done, man. Not now. Boy, I'll go to the emergency room for a hangnail, an ingrown nail, or whatever they call them. Man, this cup don't never be cupping when I go live. It work when I ain't live, but boy, when I go live, I just did all that. I ain't get no water, and I think I paid $10. I want to leave $5 of my dollars back. My best friend take the top. I don't know why I'm trying to be all bougie, but anyway. All right, let me see what they said here. What up, Ryan? Oh man, hey Ryan, man, I ain't gonna even acknowledge that, man. The crack joke's getting old, man. Come here and talk about something else. Anyway, she naturally said, my dad, I have to be almost dead to go to the doctor. My dad had to be almost dead to go to the doctor. See that what I'm saying, man? Boy, I mean, or they might walk out of there with a shirt on or made a sling and everything. So I just wonder what is the time frame from when a brother get hurt to when they go to the doctor for real now. And back, a lot of this I'm going back, but when they first came out, hey, just give me 2 of them Tylenol, and then they came out with Motrin. I know, man, when I was in the Navy, Motrin cured everything. Everything, according to them. It really didn't, but according to them. But hey, just give me 2 of them Tylenols, and I'm gonna shake it off. Man, y'all, I'm saying that, and that's why I said it'd be a little bit of seriousness to this, brothers, man. Go to the doctors. You never know. And what used to work as these little remedies, and I'm not saying the natural remedies don't work, but these little other made up stuff that people be used to try and it really worked, or we thought it worked, or our grandma or grandpa or mom or dad or aunt or uncle made us think it worked. A lot of that stuff don't really work, man. And you may not, you may be cool today, and it may be when you hit my age, 50 plus, that you're feeling the effects of this. So, hey, man, go to the doctor. All right, what is this here, man? Can I pronounce it? Mercurochrome is what my mom used. Hey, what is that, MC? What is some mercurochrome? Yeah, that might have been what I was using, but they just said methylate. I don't even think they knew how to spell it, but I know it burned. Hey, man, hey, what's going on, Ginger? Thank you for being here. But I just wonder, so, we didn't hit that. I don't know how long I'm going to be on here, man. I'm going to be on here till I get tired of having fun. We get tired of having fun. All right, man. I think this has changed over the years. I think it's the change. I think with social media has totally changed this. If it's something going on, especially if it's some extra noise, I need y'all to listen to this scenario. But if it's something going on, say you're at a club or a restaurant, and a fight break out, and then a big melee break out, or you hear some extra noise, and y'all got to read between the lines. Some extra noise, like it's the 4th of July. What's the first thing a brother or sister going to do? Now we're going back. Are they going to sit there and see what's going on? Some of the nosy ones will. Are they going to do something else? What do y'all think they're going to do? Back in the day, or even today, what are they going to do today, or what are they going to do back in the day? I'm going to give you both scenarios of what I think. And again, if anybody just coming in, man, I know y'all come over here and we talk about serious stuff like love and betrayal and who's really winning in the dating game. I know Tanya and I have a live on Monday about, I can't say what it is because I haven't posted yet, but it's going to be funny. serious. But tonight we're just having fun, man. I'm just talking about, like, a lot of times I come over here and talk about some stuff that's on my mind, but I know it's relatable. So if you're in a place, man, and something just pop off, do you hang around and see what's going on? Now, I'm back in the day, I think it's a little different now. I'm still back in the day. Your boy is out. Unless it's a family member there with me and they could be in this altercation, I'm gone. I watch it on the news. I hear about it on the radio. But I think times have changed, because I think now everybody wanna get some content, man. It could be hey, she naturally said, I'm getting on the floor. I'm running, man. Well, you know what? That might be a good idea, because depending on where you at, like I started talking about the juke joint, if it ain't but one way in and one way out, everybody stampeding for the door, that ain't gonna work. It's gonna be a problem. So maybe taking cover and getting behind a table or something. But I know back in the day when I was growing up, people took off. They didn't sit there to see what was going on. Now, if it was a one-on-one squabble, then maybe, but a bunch of stuff and then some extra noise going on, no, man. But now, the first thing people want to do is get the right angle. They want to do this, and they ain't even trying to hide. They just record. So now, it's 800 pieces of evidence. Back in the day, the code was, I don't know. I wasn't there. I ain't see nothing. Who was fighting? I don't know. Did you hear about it? No, not yet. I'm sure I will later. Like next week sometime after y'all done finished, trying to figure it out. But excuse me, now people don't even have to ask. You ain't even got to go nowhere. You go on social media site, the whole thing be up there. You ain't even got to know whose page it is. You just go up there and it's there, man. So I like what I'm seeing here. She naturally said, I'm getting on the floor, something break out. She said, nope. Then she changed her mind. She running. And then MC said, I'm getting out the way. But man, these people bold now. And I was in a live stream last night with Miss Poetic Tears. She was hosting. And she was talking about the violence that's occurring. I ain't trying to be no producer when nothing going on. I sit right here at the little corner and sit in front of y'all. That's why you don't see me do too many vlogs and footage. I really ain't gonna do nothing like that. Unless I got a super duper camera and I'm like 2 miles away or something like that. But again, y'all, if y'all see me looking down, it's just where I have my it's where I have my questions. And so I just want to test y'all knowledge, man. Because I think somewhere along the line, we forgot this slogan. Now, I don't want y'all to think of a physical altercation. I want you to think of more drive and perseverance and pushing. And sometimes when we do that, we call it have to fight. We got to fight our way to the top. We got to fight our way to get a new promotion. So I'm gonna ask this question, man, because this is gonna tie into what I'm trying to say here. How long did Sophia in The Color Purple have to fight? Somebody put it in the comments. Because people have a misperception now, if that's a word. I think I just made it up. I don't know. But some people think they get to a certain destination and the trip is over. And that's not really the case. And I think that's what happens in our culture. Some people think they made it or they made it, and then we just want to chill. But to answer that question, I'll wait till the news come out to find out what that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'll wait till the news come out. Hope it ain't none of my family members. Well, it was my family members, I'd probably know. I grew up in a small town, so you kind of knew who would be out and you knew who would be in. And I knew my brother would be in and I would be out. Now my pops would be out, but he was one of the dudes that was running the circus. And so, but there you go, right there. Sophia had to fight all her life. And that's how I approach being prepared for life, man. If you get to a certain plateau in your life, and again, we're gonna have some fun. I just got to say this real quick. If you get to a certain plateau in your life and you think you made it, just remember that slogan. Sophia had to fight all her life. and she was talking about physical altercation. Maybe people were picking on her in school. I don't know exactly everything she was talking about, but we, and it ain't too much that's changed. We still get looked over. We still get passed over. We're still not qualified enough. We're still not good enough. We're not educated from the right school. It's all kind of excuses. They're not reasons, they're excuses. So keep fighting, keep learning. That's all I got from the serious section. Now back to the fun and games. Now, if you anywhere in a public setting or even in a house and there's more than you there, it's you and just one other person or 12 other people. And y'all notice I'm just asking questions. I tell you we having fun tonight. If somebody said God is good, what's possibly going to follow that? Or God is good? We're going to start there with somebody say God is good. Now you might hear amen, but it's going to be something that proceeds God is good. If you believe, if you don't believe, I apologize in advance. Well, I guess I apologize after I said it already, but you could be at a movie theater and the movie start off saying this, and you're going to probably hear this. There you go, MC. There you go. All the time. you go hear it. Somebody gonna say it. And then don't let nobody have that. What I was talking about earlier, that remix, they gonna flip it around. God is good all the time, and all the time, God is good. It's just certain things. I just want to know, how do the whole country, no matter what city, what state, what rural town, what area, East Coast, West Coast, I don't know about the Pacific Northwest and the mountain, but the South, how in the world did all this get passed around where we all do or say the same things? I always tripped out that. Yep. There we go. There we go. I always tripped off there, man. Who and how? I'm sorry, man. I'm here. I had to take I think Kizzy said something about this in her on Mother's Day. But anybody remember being in some serious trouble back in the day? And whoever was doing the capital, was doing the swinging. Whoever was doing the swinging, you in there just getting toe up because you done got in trouble, and ain't no chit chatting, ain't no putting your nose in the corner talking about no time out. It's just people. You was getting ready to get a whooping. Let's just go and call a spade a spade. What was one of those famous quotes? I'm gonna start it off. I'm gonna see if anybody can finish. And I'm gonna put it as me, the one getting in trouble. Hush your mouth before I'm gonna let y'all finish that. Hush your mouth, or boy, be quiet, or whatever they used to say before I give you. What was the rest of that? I'm just curious, man. I'm just wondering if people, they call it trivia. I'm just wondering if people thinking like I'm thinking, because I was very, 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 I don't know, man, just coming up and looking at the way today is. And I've been talking, there you go. MC, boy, MC hold it. Before I give you something to cry about, you already giving me something to cry about. I'm in here getting slaughtered, and yep, there go another. I'm doing this because I love you. And you know what, man? I'm gonna be real with y'all. I as a kid, I ain't believe that. I'm sure I ain't the only one, but this hurt me more than it hurt you. I didn't believe it until I spanked my youngest daughter, the one and only time I spanked her. I didn't tell her I loved her more than I'm doing this because I love, and I didn't say this hurt me more than it's hurting you. I didn't say none of the cliche terms before I slap you. But when I did that, it hurt my feelings to the point I never spanked her again. But I didn't understand that as a kid. I mean, kids today, I've heard people say kids today have it a lot better. And I don't know in all instances because I think it's more pressure and more things to trip about, but just going back, looking at what we endured and the things that were said to us, it's probably a misdemeanor now. If you tell somebody, shut your mouth before I give you something to cry about, that sounds like a alleged misdemeanor threat or something. But back then, that was expected. Or this hurt me more than hurt you. I thought my mama was crazy. I was like, she done lost her mind. How am I the one getting the whooping and she doing the whooping and it's hurting her? No, this ain't making sense to me. Make it make sense. Ain't that what people say? But it does. It really does. So, all right, let me look at my bag of tricks again here. Now, speaking of that, and now I'm gonna make this a little more difficult because everybody said whatever people can get their hands on. Did you like my mom was a disciplinarian. My pops, thank goodness because he was a big dude, but my mom was a martial arts expert. But when yeah. First, you got to go get the belt yourself, and then you better not come back one of them little thin ones. I mean, I don't think none of them was thin when I was little, but we're gonna talk about that. But what was the I don't want to use that word. What was the instrument of choice? We're gonna use the word instrument. Was it a hand? Was it a belt? Did you have the influence go outside and get a switch? And you better not come back with no small one. Or if it was a belt, who remember them belts that had them 3 holes? So no matter where you, no matter what your waist size was, they had 3 holes. You could be a 38 waist, a 40 waist, a 34 waist. They had a hole for it, but it was 3 holes vertically. And when you got hit, it would suck your skin in them little bitty holes. At least it did mine. All right, what up, Karina? Glad to have you here. So the instrument of choice for Karina was a switch. Man, do y'all remember that sound that the switch made as it made its final approach to your ass? I mean, seriously. I mean, it was like they didn't even have Dolby sound like in the movie theater, but it was just that it was like slow motion. I hated them things. That should have been illegal. I'm sorry, that should have been illegal. How I just don't. I would never whoop my daughter with no switch. I would never whoop her with a belt. I wish my mama thought like that. And now anybody have a parent that used to take the belt? Because my pops, I forgot what waist. I think he was like a 38, something like that. And they were folded in half, and they do it like this here, and it pop. Like they do it like this, and then it go up and down, and then they pull it, pop. Man, that alone was the preamble to what was about to go down. Or the talking in unison with each swing of the instrument. I told you that's 3 licks right there. Not to go out there and get in that peach tree. Now we're up to about 12 licks. We get through all that. Yeah, it'll see that snap sound of that belt, man. That was terrifying. We done got through the instrument being applied. And I'm saying these in certain terms. And then we got to hear the after speech. I'm sorry, I wasn't really listening to the after speech. Well, my mama made sure you was listening because she did like a Q&A. she had a Q&A session after the whooping, you know. Now, you know, that hurt me more than you could ever imagine. And you know, how many times have I told you? Now, it was interactive. My mom's my mom's after whooping questionnaire was or a conversation was interactive. How many times have I told you to not go in the Peachtree? And the answer couldn't be a whole lot because she know you ain't listening. A whole lot. Now, how many times is a whole lot? About 12. All right, 12 times. I done told you 12 times. And then, you know, it was oh my goodness, man. It wasn't good, y'all. It was, hey man, I just started paying attention. It's 11:11. I'm supposed to make a wish. Let me make a wish real quick. All right, I made a wish. I think you're supposed. Is that what you're supposed to do when it's 11:11? Somebody tell me. Is that what y'all? I better wish I can find this email. There you go. All right. All right. Now, back in the day, when two sisters was about to throw down, hey, what's going on? Two peas in a pod. Thank you so much for being here. When two sisters, now I ain't talking about blood sisters, I'm talking about two black women. When they were about to throw down, when they were about to throw them blows, was it me or was it a whole event before the fight? I mean, you could have went home and made a sandwich, came back and they still getting ready like they in Vegas for the heavyweight championship or the featherweight, whatever. But it was an event. It wasn't just like no swinging. You know, I'm trying to think back. I know you don't want none of this. And then one earring at a time. Was they trying to talk themselves out of not fighting or hope one person said, that's all right, we're going to be cool because the earring got to come off? Well, then first, now that's what I would have swung on somebody. But, you know, it wasn't too many clip on. They had to take the back off. Then they had to take the other bag. Then they got to kick their shoes off. And if they was older sisters, they may have to take a wig or something off, had a stocking cap underneath. Yeah, I grew up in the country. I saw all this stuff real time. I wish I could go back and see some of this stuff. And then after all this here pregame that happened, and I'm halfway through this sandwich I done went home and made while they doing all this. Both of them, they ain't even looking at each other. They start off looking at each other as they taking their stuff off, I guess to make sure the other one don't get a head start. They drop their head and then just start, what they used to call it, the windmill. They drop their head and just start swinging. I was like, man, I waited here 30 minutes for this. I just, maybe it was just me, man. It can't just be just me because she naturally is cracking up saying yes. But hey, for the people that just coming in, man, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. Right now, we're just having a good time, man. I do a lot of serious topics on this channel. And I like to show my versatility, man. Can I be serious? Obviously, I have a couple of different serious series. That was like a tongue twister. But I also like to have fun. And if I ever have the honor of meeting some of you in person, you will see, no, I'm not always on 10 like people used to think, but I like to have fun. I love to laugh, man. Life is already too serious. And tonight, your boy just want to laugh. Now, I got to go back to some of these questions that I started off with. I don't think I ever heard this one. Now, we ain't talking about no sex symbols. We just talking about, let me pull the question out. I'm going to let y'all think about it. We just talking about actors. We ain't talking about no sex symbol. I already knew who going to win, no. But if you had to go to a movie, and we talking about in the prime, we ain't talking about now, and you got a choice of Denzel and Samuel, which one you going to see? I already know who I'm going to see. I saw a comedian do Denzel, man. I forgot his name. That boy, it was funny, man. I think I know his name, man. I might pull it up. All I know in the aftermath, pieces of hair are going to be on the floor. Yep. Now, the aftermath was something else. The pregame was something else. But they should have had a cleanup crew after. Because it was something. And somebody's going to get scratched and somebody's baby going to start to cry. Oh, man. Oh no, they had no babies where I was because this used to be at the club or at the juke joint. But and then I mean, I just don't. I would rather fight. I'm tender-footed. Y'all, if you ain't from the country, you might not know what I mean. But I don't like walking on the rocks. I would have kept my shoes on. First of all, I mean, the women wanted to look good back then, so they would have heels on, and you'd be crazy to fight in some heels. But I don't think I'd have put both of mine on the ground. I'd have kept one in my back or something, just as a last ditch effort in case I'm losing. But and you're right, the baby, and then if the baby started crying, that was like watching a Rocky movie. When Rocky was all beat down, and then he look and see his wife, and he scream out Adrian. If they heard the baby, I have seen some with the baby crying. They heard the baby crying. There was like that extra push. You better hope the other lady had a baby crying because she was gonna be in trouble. But hey, man, I ain't promoting that. I'm just telling y'all. But back to this here, Denzel or Samuel L. Man, if you was going to watch a movie in their prime or now or whatever, who would you rather go see? Now, I think once Samuel L. mellowed out, like in Coach Carter, he was cool. He was cool in Coach Carter, but he did too much hollering for me, man. Even in the Capital One commercial, he just over here, what's in your wallet? He's scaring the hell out of people. Your kids sleep, you finally got them to sleep, and Samuel L. come on the TV for whatever reason, a movie preview or Capital One commercial, and this dude just hollering for no reason. But I'd probably rather have Denzel. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all, I was highly upset. Not that he won an Oscar. I don't know what happened and why he didn't win one in Malcolm X. Training Day couldn't touch Malcolm X. I watched the end of Training Day because they were actually where I used to live when I lived in Los Angeles. But like John Q, man, this dude here, I mean, now Samuel L. is versatile too, but the versatility, man, the Malcolm X, and then I think what that comedian said, he was talking to a woman and he said he wanted to be the stars to a moon or something. He was just super smooth, but that's a tough question. I just wonder, those are two gifted actors. All right. She Natural said, I think I enjoyed Denzel movies better. And John Q, man, John Q, you didn't have a heart if that movie man, I was sitting in there. I ain't care who saw it. I was in there crying, man, taking my popcorn napkins with all kind of butter on it, wiping. I mean, my eyes even worse after that, wiping the tears out because that movie really touched home. We got to have fun, so I can't stay on it. But yeah, man. Now, I heard somebody say yesterday, excuse me, they was in my live actually, and they said they like a Viola Davis type woman. And that woman can act, man. I forgot that movie when she had the pie at the end. I forgot what that was called. Even if she couldn't act, she should have won something for that, man, because she got him back. She got him back with that. But Viola Davis, and looking at this what they said. Now I don't know about this. Now this is a good one because I don't think these two have been put against each other. So you got Viola and Angela Bassett. Now I watched Boys in the Hood last week, and I ain't like that Angela Bassett. She was all right for that era, the 92, 91, 93, whenever they came out. But I like Angela. Now, what was her best movie? What was her best movie? Now, this is another movie. Did it win an Oscar? I don't know. Y'all might know what I'm talking about, but I ain't gonna get the answer away. But Angela, sorry about that, y'all. Let me just respond to this real quick. But Angela, when she was in that movie with Lawrence Fishburne, I'm trying to give y'all all the hints, man. Y'all got to be interactive. This is like interactive live. This ain't no Rogers up here talking, but That should have won an award, a Grammy, a Soul Train Award, a BET Award. It probably did win all those awards. But that movie, man, going back now, when Angela Bassett, when I saw that movie, What's Love Got to Do with It, man, the woman was cut. Hell, she looked better than Tina Turner did. And hey, your favorite couple sitting here. Now, that What's Love Got to Do with It? That movie right there should have, now, he was funny, but some of the stuff wasn't funny. But Lawrence Fishburne, people still saying these sayings today. It's one scene in there I couldn't watch, but man, you got people still reenacting the skits when they did Proud Mary. When now Ike was a fool, man. Ike talking about who name they got outside. It didn't matter. He played the guitar. He played two notes, But the way she transitioned, sometimes we keep it rough, whatever she said. But man, Angela. But if you go back to now, I seen Denzel in a picture in LA with his hand on his face like this in the Malcolm X pole, looking better than Malcolm. The walk, the whole now. I'm sorry, but in Godfather Harlem, that dude does a better job of playing Malcolm X, in my opinion. But I just wonder, man, these actors and actresses. So going back, Angela Bassett versus Viola Davis. Now, what else Angela playing? Y'all got to help me. I ain't no movie dude. All right, okay. Angela Bassett for movies and Viola. I like that, man. See, on the TV I watch, I'm usually on it. If I ain't on it, your favorite couple on it. Your favorite couple ain't on it. Somebody else in here that's a YouTuber on it. I'm getting ready to cancel everything. I'm already down. I think I got one more to go. I think I got Fubo or something. I'm gonna get rid of it to football season. I got two TVs, and I don't even watch nothing. So I don't know. She's natural, so that's a hard one. See, I ain't never heard them two put against each other. You always have Angela Bassett versus this person, but Angela, man, and What's Love Got to Do with It? And when Ike said, how you gonna forget the song? You wrote the damn words. You'd have forgot the damn. This dude was out. Now, I don't know. Ike say the real Ike say he wasn't like that. I don't know. I believe he was. But if he wasn't, Lawrence made him look bad, man. He had that. But Tina, yep, you're right. Click here. You're right, man. I totally agree with you. Let's see here. Make sure yeah, man. This here, hey, your favorite couple said that movie. But Training Day? And what's that? Hey, what about Pelham 1, 2, 3 when he was on the subway with now that's another good dude. Now I know we've been talking about if you ever watched Welcome Back Carter, I'm sorry, John Travolta wasn't a good actor then. But then when that dude came out with Pelham 1, 2, 3 and Face Off and all that dude was, man, that dude, he must took some classes or something because he was pretty good. But how him and just because Denzel worked at the subway, man, the whole movie there on the subway, I thought that had to be a low budget movie, man. That had to be a low budget movie. All right. Let me get back to my questions here. If there was a character, one character, we back to getting rid of people, y'all. I ain't trying to find nobody. They all rich now. But if it, hold up. I gotta read this here. Your favorite couple said Angela Bassett is top tier. She currently plays in a great show on ABC called 911 as a cop. I think I saw that. Is it free? It used to be free. Now I got to pay for it. She is versatile. Yes. And that's what I'm talking about. As a content creator / music producer / talk show host, I'm making up titles for myself. I have to have some type of versatility. It's hard to come up here when I'm doing an investing video versus a Points Blank Experience Live versus what I'm doing right now. All of it's different. Am I in the league of these people? Hell no. But when I think about looking at these people and all these lines they have to remember and different characters they have to go into, it is amazing. But I'm back to getting rid of some people. We already done, at least I kicked Mr. Dalvin out of Jodeci when they was Jodeci. But take the TV show Martin. If you had to get rid of one character on Martin, who would you get rid of? Man, that's a tough one there. I don't know, man, because I know. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do know. I do. Well, it's a couple of them, but I ain't talking about. I'm talking about any character. Any character. Once he played, Pam. What's the other one name? Gina, Tommy, Cole, Martin, Shanae. If anybody said Roman Rome, I'm ending the live stream. You cannot get rid of Rome in the house. Man, matter of fact, if I need to laugh, typically, man, Martin, Sheldon said he would get rid of Jerome. Man, you know, Jerome got the sweats on with the MCM with the one pants leg pulled up to his knee. Now, he didn't have to say players to the Himalayas all the time, but hey, I'm with you, She Natural, bro, man. I mean, he should have showed up once every 50 episodes. You know, he climbing through the winter time out, just looking for some sandwiches from the fifth floor, but he'd hold up 4 fingers. That was now. It's probably a couple of characters. I definitely would have got rid of that little kid, Roscoe or whatever his name was. I couldn't stand that little dude. I'd get up and do something else when he came on. Or I might not even watch the episode. I could only take so much of Shanae, but my favorite episode when she had a kid and play a kid. Wait, I think it was kid. The one with the high top fade when she had him hemmed up in the crib and clapped the hand and the lights went out. Forever Shanae, man. Oh my goodness, boy, that when TV was good. Yeah, Hustle, man. What was that dude? Now Otis, man. Otis, the security guard. He was kind of funny though, you know. I watched it was on YouTube, man. It was like a bunch of Otis segments. And I didn't realize he had all them roles in the show. But what's that cat name? The Kung Fu dude. He could have got rid of him. You know, he did all of taking his thing off and acting like it was nunchucks and all that. Hustle Man is a good one. Yeah, Dragonfly Joe. See, man, Shelton and I'm trying to keep Jerome. Shelton want to get rid of him. I'm trying to get rid of Dragonfly. Shelton want to keep him. Man, what is going on, Shelton? Man, I got to start calling and texting you more. We done got on a different page, man. But Dragonfly, he was kind of funny. But now, I tell you, his mama, you know, not my mama biscuits, you know. But one thing about Martin is just, he does it in no matter. He could be in what's that Miami Heat? Not Miami. That's the basketball team. What's that? The one in Miami when him and Will Smith be together. He could be in that movie. He could be in Thin Line Between Love and Hate. And if he get hit or something, he got to do the cross eyes and do it. That just drive me nuts, man. I mean, it was funny at first. Speaking of Thin Line Between Love and Hate, man, my favorite part of that movie when what was her name? Was it Brandy? The lights I can't remember her real name. Lynn Whitfield, her character. When she broke his SUV down in front of the police station, he was sitting on blocks, man. No way. That fool said, I can't go nowhere. My window already rolled down. She broke him down in front of the police station, man. Boy, it's a thin line. Woo. Oh, he wrote it. Hey, what up, King T? Thank you. Yeah, Bad Boys. Yeah, I couldn't think. I'm talking about the Miami Heat, man. I'm thinking about the basketball team. Yeah. Now, he was pretty good in that. I was just thinking, man, but I mean, what happened to these type of movies? They trying, you know, they keep lying to us, talking about it's gonna be Friday part 28 or something like that, you know. Now they got Chris Tucker's son and Ice Cube's son playing the scene. I mean, come on, man. Y'all can't come over now. Y'all make us a movie called Wednesday or Thursday or Sunday or something. I mean, Tyler Perry do it all the time. He got Mother at the family reunion, Mother at the cookout, Mother's wedding, Mother's everything. I mean, why you gotta keep doing Friday 3,000 times? But all right, here we go, because I asked somebody this, and I don't think they can answer the question, man. Real talk. I'm looking at these comments here. Hey, how you doing, Sozo? Thank you for being here. Stay on here, man. Help me get this cheddar. Man, I'm trying to think here. Oh yeah. This is a hard one. At least I think it is. Boys in the Hood or Menace to Society. Which would you see? Which would you watch right now? If you had it, that was what was on TV and you had to watch it, which one would it be? Okay. Says Hollywood's got a new IP. That's why we keep getting sequels and remakes. Okay. But Menace to Society or Boys in the Hood? Or what's that other one that Tupac was in? Juice. Who got the juice now? That little fat kid. I shouldn't say that. The little overweight kid. He got on my nerve. He cried too much, man. But I lived in Los Angeles during when these movies were made, and I agree with Karina. But let me go back. Yeah, okay. Hold on, I got to go back. Okay, man. Yeah, y'all, boy, I need to ask more hood questions, man. So your favorite couple said Menace to Society. I don't remember all the what was his name? OG Loke or something, and then you had I forgot the dark skinned dude. That was a good one. Yep, Karina said. King T said I'm going Boys in the Hood. King T said Boys in the Hood was more relatable to me. I lived in South Central Los Angeles, and for the longest I've been saying Burger World, but it's actually Eat a Burger, where they finally caught up with the dudes at the end of the movie that got Ricky. I used to have to pass that burger joint to get to the apartments I lived in, and the apartments I lived in happened to be the same area called the Jungle, where Denzel was jacked up in Training Day at the end. That's where I lived in LA. And I thought it was the coolest place in the world. I was 21, 22. And coming from Arkansas, now I'm smack dab in the place where they're making these Boys in the Hood movies. I ain't really care about going over to Jordan Downs and Watts and all that. I've been over there, but I wasn't trying to hang out and get to know everybody. Slauson Swap Meet, Crenshaw. I used to go to the Shaw all the time. It was a different era. It's not like that now when you go out there. And King T, I don't know if you're from out there or not. Sojo said Boys in the Hood. Hey man. Yeah, okay. Old Dog and Kane. That's it. Should be casting more movies together. That's it. So that was Lorenz Tate, and I forgot the other dude's name. MC said Boys in the Hood. Hey man, we ain't got no color barriers in here, Sojo. That's cool, man. We ain't got no color barriers, bro. So I just think Boys in the Hood. Like I was in LA during the LA riots. And I remember being out to see it. We were down pretty much close to Cabo San Lucas, almost halfway from the top of Mexico and Baja California, where Cabo is down at the bottom. And we hauled ass. We ended operations and went back to the LBC, to Long Beach. And that's where I was stationed. And then as we were getting ready to pull in during the riots, you could see the smoke from out to sea. This was like, it looked like a for real war zone. TV, the news, the movies, none of that did it any justice than like being there, man. And these are parts of history. Boys in the Hood, yeah, the movie can go down as a historical movie because that's how living in LA really was. So what up, Time? Time said respect and blessings. All those movies are great. What is Baby Boy for me and The Wood? What's my movie? All right, Baby Boy. That's another good one with Tyrese, Ving Rhames, and who was the mama? I forgot who the mama was. Wasn't that Shirley Rav? I don't know, man. I just remember when Tyrese walked in the kitchen, dude was cooking breakfast, man. That would have scarred me for life. Or when he showed the dude he wasn't as tough as he thought he was, and he put him in a headlock and kissed him on the head, kissed Tyrese on the top of the head. That would have. I don't know. I'm surprised Tyrese still the same after that movie. That's just me though. Excuse me. I'm surprised he's still the same, man. I mean, you got dude butt naked in the kitchen cooking breakfast for your mama. That's all. That's like 3, 4, 5 no-nos right there. Then you got getting kissed on top of the head by the same dude. Oh, hell no. So Baby Boy in the Wood. Now I like the Wood. I like that. I seen him on some TV show. Read that bald head brother, the dark skinned dude. Now that other guy. What's his name? Is that the one Tay Diggs? I ain't no big Tay Diggs dude. I ain't no fan. I mean, he all right. He all right. I don't want the ladies to leave. And he all right. But the Wood was cool. And that was based on what? Inglewood? Yeah. Inglewood always up to no good. Yeah, now that's true. That's facts right there. That's facts right there. Hey, good to see you, Ty. I'm glad you're in the house, man. Menace to Society South. Yeah, man. Ain't that the one straight up menace? Because I used to talk like that. You know, they didn't say yeah, they say Gia. You know, like with a J. It had a J in there somehow. only in our culture, they just put we just make up words whenever we want to, you know. I mean, I ain't going to get on that. That might when they came up with the Ebonics, they just I don't know about all that, but you know, straight up menace, and that was just a simple little beat, you know. Yeah, AJ Johnson, yeah, boy. Ooh, oh yeah, yeah. She ain't looking good at house party, but in Baby Boy, man, is that the one with Snoop? Wasn't Snoop laid out on the couch in Taraji's house, or was that Taraji? I be getting them mixed up. And he didn't want to go to work. He was just in there being Snoop. He wasn't even really acting. He was he was doing what he normally do at the time. Man. I mean, that got to be cool to get a role to do what you always do anyway. You just lay on the couch getting lit up. King T said a mama was, hey, King T, man, this first time I see you here. I appreciate you being here. Anybody that's not subscribed to the channel, we are on a goal to hit 1,000 subscribers. Matter of fact, I might not shade. No, they ain't gonna. I might not shade. I'm trying to do some football type stuff. Like we ain't gonna shade till we win the Super Bowl or something like that. But if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the like button. That does help this get pushed out to anybody that need to laugh this weekend that had a rough week. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your cousins. I don't care who you tell. Matter of fact, tell somebody you don't like because they're busy watching me. They ain't got time to be messing with you. All right, that's the commercial. John Singleton was definitely in his bag making those movies. Yeah, because John. Now, who did Boys in the Hood? Was that John Singleton or F. Gary Gray? I knew back then, but you know, ain't nobody asked that question about 20 years. All right. Hey, your favorite cousin, y'all remember when movies used to have soundtrack that used to accompany the movie? Yeah. Like they would play it. Now I got another movie, man. I'm gonna tell you one of the coldest parts of a movie in history. I ain't like the outcome, but I'm gonna tell you what I think it was, but I gotta address it. Yeah, man. When I was watching Boys in the Hood last week, and you know they saw that Just Me and You, and you know they was in the love scene. It was just different. The comedians were different. Said Entertainer, Earthquake, you know, what's that big dude's name? I can't even remember his name. I saw him in person too. Bruce. I should remember him, but one of my favorite hood movies, man. And actually, I don't know how true it is, but supposedly some people I knew the people that did it. That's what I heard. I mean, back then, I ain't heard it recently, but back when it happened, but that was set it off. Man, when Cleo, aka Queen Latifah, she told him she was gonna meet up with him and told him to take the money and go, and she got in that tunnel, and then the ghetto bird, you got to be from LA, that's the helicopter. When the ghetto bird came down on this end and that end and almost shut it, they shut it down. And she hit them switches on that 6'4" Impala and fired up that Newport and that music they had in the background. Man, oh man, that was wild. Yeah, MC8, yep. Lorenz Tate, such an underrated actor. I seen that brother play every role. Yeah, he was in Love Jones. Yeah. Yeah, Taraji on the couch with Snoop. Hold up. Hold up, man. John Singleton did Boys in the Hood. Did Friday. Okay, gotcha. Thanks, King T. Appreciate you, man. What happened to all the people? Did I lose the internet connection or something? I ain't gonna be on here much longer. I've been going an hour and 18 minutes. Man, I might have to hold on. Let me take a commercial break, man. Make sure I got all my systems going. I'm gonna play a little something. Y'all, I'm gonna make sure I got all my systems going. This ain't gonna be but probably about 45 seconds, maybe 60. And I'm gonna take a restroom break. But I gotta play my theme song for the night, man. And like I said, I'm gonna be back before it go off. I just need to take a restroom break. Let me put this up here. Back in the day, man, I got a little sophisticated because back in the day, I used to just leave it like it was. But I'm gonna put that up there like that, leave that comment there, and I'll be right back. I'm just gonna put this on, man, and I'll be back in about 60 seconds, y'all.
It's Friday. Said it's Friday, y'all. It's Friday night. What y'all got going on? I got a pocket full of money and my clean fit on. Fresh new gators, stepping like I'm grown. Where those cards at? Who wants this smoke? Better be somebody ready, 'cause you know we ain't no joke. Who got the drink, the wine, yak and the gin? Should I stop at the store and get some ice again? Got a long week off my back and now I'm riding free. Tell me where the spot at and baby come roll with me. Friday, we gon' make a scene. It's Friday, keep it smooth and clean. Friday night, let that good time spin. It's Friday, we starting all over again. Got the crew in the cut, all smiles, all shine. Old school on the radio, right on time. Boots on the floor and the whole room sway. Ain't nobody in a hurry, we gon' rock all day. Who got the drink, the wine, yak and the gin? Should I stop at the store and get some ice again? Got a long week off my back and now I'm riding free. Tell me where the spot at and baby come roll with me. Friday, we gon' make a scene.
All right, y'all, I'm back, man. I just had to go use the restroom and all that good stuff. Let me take this down, man. Get back into this here. I ain't gonna be over here much longer. Really just wanted to come on, hang out with the people, and show a little versatility, man. We do all this serious stuff all the time on the channel, so I wanted to come in and yeah, man. Belly, I'm gonna get to that. Your favorite couple, YLC. New Jack City, my brother's keeper, Wesley Snipes was phenomenal in that movie. Yeah, man. That was one of the most. I mean, I know it was in. They called it New Jack City. It looked like it was based in New York or something. But I mean, back then, man. What was that? The Suzuki Sidekick. What was that? What was that Jeep called, man? I can't remember what that Jeep was called. I know it was cool though, but yeah, and my brother's keeper, you know. But they was ruthless, man. But that scene when the Carter got messed up, that whole apartment complex. Why everybody back then wanted to be in the movie butt ass naked? I just didn't get that, man. Everybody, Wesley got a dude walking around with no clothes on. I ain't gonna even get on that. All right, definitely the first Friday movie with Chris Tucker. Yeah, man. They had too many Fridays. I ain't. What's that dude name? Day. What's his real name? Mike Epps or whatever. I mean, but I don't think they want to pay Chris no money or something like that. The movie Belly, wasn't that with DMX and Nas or somebody like that? I think they were starting to lose the grip, in my opinion, because I was here's what happened. In Arkansas, I was more of an East Coast type of guy. Even though I wouldn't know no East or West Coast, I was in Arkansas. But I gravitated toward East Coast hip hop, East Coast way of living. Once I moved to Cali, I couldn't stand West Coast rap when I lived in Arkansas. But when I moved to Cali, I became a fan of West Coast, NWA and all that. Then Short. I remember one of my shipmates in the Navy. His cousin was dating, or supposedly new Snoop. No, it was some new Snoop or something. She wasn't dating him because I think he was dating his wife. And before he actually came out with Nothing But a G Thing. So to be able to sit up now, 30 plus years later, and reminisce on the things that I was privileged to see coming from a small town in Arkansas, to me, and I say that to any young brother or sister out there, even somebody that's a OG like me, man. If you're tired and you won't change, don't be afraid to take it, man. One of the biggest fears I had in life was when I left little bitty Arkansas, flew on a plane, went to boot camp, left boot camp, flew on another plane, went to Arkansas, then went to California. Man, I was traumatized, and not in a good way at first. It took me some getting used to, but now to be able to sit up and talk about the things I saw, and flying my mom out there, and her saying that the jungle was so beautiful because it had palm trees. I said, yeah, wait till the sun go down, Mom. It's gonna be a whole different story out here. And if you've never been to LA, man, I wouldn't go over there trying to sightsee or nothing, but living over there, it was an experience. It was really an experience. And I remember getting approached at a gas station in the CPT in Compton, man. And this dude said, could he holler at me? No, actually I was at the crib. He said he was from a area. Y'all translate that. And he asked me, was I in the Navy? And the first thought was to say, what the hell you got? I think I got this uniform on. Was I in the military? He didn't say the Navy. And then he told me he respect what I did. He said, hey, man, I respect what you do. And it was a B neighborhood, if you know what I'm saying. And he said, hey, if anybody ever mess with you, if you have any problems here, he told me his name, you come find me, because what you're doing, half the brothers around here are afraid to do, including myself. And then that touched me. This was a dude that was from a set telling me, a young sailor, that he respected me, man. And it was crazy, yo. Yeah, DMX and Nas. Now Nas is a lot of people be sleeping on Nas, just because his. Now this is another dude, man. I'm gonna pull this one up and I'm gonna go back up. But y'all see that? Y'all remember the movie Colors? Yeah. That dude cracks me up. Maybe one of you people will see me and put me in a movie or something. The dude that starred in that show, Ice-T, he cracks me up, man. The story of Belly is trash, but the movie is a visual masterpiece in my opinion. Yeah, I couldn't get into it. I remember Hype Williams. Is he still around? Yeah, Colors. Now, I remember the song too, man. That was a dope song. But Ice-T, my ex-wife went to school with Ice-T at Crenshaw High. And what we see in TV and movies, according to them, and her and her family, they say that wasn't really how he was. So it was hard for me to even believe what he was saying. Now, what he was saying was really happening, but for me to look at him, and like even in New Jack City, when he over here talking about this shit is personal, he didn't even do that right. And then what I ain't like about the dude, I'm sorry, y'all done started. So what I ain't like about the dude, he went from Colors and some of the other songs, go back and look at his history of music, to actually playing those roles in movies. And I just like that. I mean, like when Ice Cube, now I got nothing but love for Cube. But you look at Boys in the Hood, we got a problem. That's the Cube, or No Vaseline, the song, when he came out, when he left NWA, but then he transitioned, a smart move, in my opinion, over to Are We There Yet? I can relate because he was at an age where he should have been doing, I ain't gonna even get into all that, but I thought he was at a good point when he did that. How long we bet on here? I can't leave right now because I just came back. That would be so rude, do a commercial, come back and leave. I could have just stayed. But we got 5 real homies in the crib. Thank y'all for being here. Let me look on my list here, man. See what else I got. I know I got more questions. I'm always have more questions than time. Hey man, anybody seen what's that dude that got slapped? Chris Rock, man. Anybody seen him since Will slapped him? I mean, I ain't seen him on nothing. I'm just wondering. I know he did a couple. Has anybody seen the dude? I mean, that ain't on my list. I just saw Will's name, and I just wonder anybody seen Chris, man. Because I don't know. I don't think I've seen him. Was that a publicity stunt? I mean, how you gonna be at a roaster, people joking? No, I ain't seen that one. Black Snake Moan. Man, that sounds like that could go a lot of different ways, King T. Man, I gotta check that out. I'm gonna take a mental visual of that. What is that on? Do I have to pay for that, man? Because I gotta pay for it. You want to tell me about it. I ain't, you know, they fooled us, man. When they came out with these apps, it's cheaper than cable. I got rid of my cable. I ain't gonna say which one I had, but I had all the channels. The home shopping network, I had the bowling channel, the tennis channel, the fishing channel. I had 58 different languages of ABC and all these other Telemundo. I had all kind of channels, man. And then they said if you get, I think Netflix was one of her, Hulu, you get all that, you ain't need no cable. And I believed them. And then I tried to piece together my own cable. Boy, that was something else, man. They got us, y'all. They got us, man. We had to piece together. And then, how about I'm watching what's that show? Not The Godfather, Family Business and Godfather. Both of them. They jumping channels like 6 episodes. They over here on BET Plus, and then now they find BET finally making a comeback. Then they go to AMC Plus, and then I gotta try to get a free 1-week subscription over here and watch all the episodes of the week. So I had to pay for it, y'all. I was being super duper cheap, man. But all right, if I had to play in a 90s movie, which one would you play in? Boys in the Hood? Because I could relate to that. Living there. My ex's mother, so I guess my mother-in-law back then, lived on 60th, right not far from Slauson Swap Meet. So when they talk about the blank 60s in that movie, that was real. I could relate to that movie. I mean, I wasn't living, I was in the Navy. I'm not going to sit up here in front like I was living that life. Hey, Pluto, I got to see if I had Pluto on my Fire Stick, but now I finally got a smart TV, so I'll be seeing other stuff. But I was watching Tubi, but Tubi can corrupt you, man. Tubi had you thinking you Superman or something. But I would play in Boys in the Hood. Now, if I had to play a role, well, I'd probably play Trey. Trey was the only one left living. Or no, not Larry. Lawrence Fishburne. No. What was his name? Furious Styles. That was a smooth name right there. That sounds like a hip hop dude, Furious Styles. But I wouldn't. Oh, you watching Greenleaf on Tubi? See, hey, Lisa came back. Well, she probably never left if she was here in this year. Hey, y'all go check out Lisa J. Stocks. She talks about finance and breaks it down. I watched the video she did the other day, man. What I like is it's a motivating video and show you that she shows you how some people think the impossible is not possible, and she show you how it is possible. So definitely go check her out. All right, so if I had to play in a movie, I would be in. I'd be Trey, man. I ain't really like Trey. I ain't like Cuba playing that role, but he had the Neil Long. He had a car. He lived. What else he do? He had a pop stick carried about him. Yeah, I played Trey. I'd be Boys in the Hood. I'd have been to Watts. I ain't like Watts. I couldn't wait to get out of there, man. in certain areas, you just didn't mess with unless you was from there. All right, so Black Snake, that just sounds wild, man. It's got Samuel L. Jackson in the movie where he chained up the girl. I think it's in John Singer the movie. It's in John Singer the movie too. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out, man. I'm gonna have to check that out, man. I'm gonna have to check it out. Everybody's speaking. Everybody's speaking. Everybody's speaking. All right, all right. All right, let me get back here, man. If y'all hadn't hit that subscribe button, man, we rolling with a few people. We're gonna be rolling out of here in about 10 minutes, man. 11 minutes. All right, man. Got to get back to these choices. I got to go back in time to when I really watched TV. Living single or girlfriends? One of them got to go. Which one got to go? Living single or girlfriends? All the episodes gone, the show gone. Which one got to go? Which one got to go? Man, we got one person here. I'm damn near here by myself, man. About one more minute, it's just going to be Rod. But one of them got to go. One of them got to go. Girlfriends or living single? I love Girlfriends, and I love that it showed the versatility of different types of Black women in that era. I liked Living Single because it had male and female. So I would probably, okay, Lisa J. Stocks, I was a bigger fan of Girlfriends, but I love them both. And I could see that. I think if it was a couple watching it, they probably would together, they would gravitate. I watched Girlfriends too, but they would gravitate to Living Single because you had Overton and whatever that girlfriend he had. And then you had Kyle finally got with Max after 16 seasons. Regine, which was Kim Fields, and then you had Queen Latifah at Flavor newspaper, Flavor Record. No, it wasn't Records. Whatever she had, a magazine. That's what it was. She had a magazine company. I just couldn't get past Jones. Whatever she got with her eyes, man. I don't know what they be doing, but that messed me up. But those were two good shows, man. So I just wondered. So we only had one little feedback. And I like what Lisa said. She liked them both, but she was a bigger fan of Girlfriends. All right, man. We back to getting rid of somebody in a group. New Edition got too many people. New Edition just got too many people. We had to get rid of somebody in New Edition. Even when it was 6 of them. Girlfriends got to go watching that show as an adult. It's crazy them. KT, wow. Hey, man, I ain't gonna leave it up there, but woo, man, I don't think I ever heard it put it like that, man. But so New Edition got about 6 people. That's what I say, Lisa. That's what I say. Now he was a heck of a dancer, though. The dude could dance, but his uncle was a choreographer. I don't know if y'all knew that, but his uncle was a choreographer. I forgot his name. Now Michael Bivins was smooth, but if you look at the whole evolution of New Edition, I guess they didn't look right with 4 people because ain't no way if I was Ralph I'd have let Johnny Gill got in the group because they took all his, what they call it nowadays, his glow, his shine. They took all his shine. Back then, I would have got rid of Ronnie. Bobby gave him a bad boy image. So did Bill, Michael Bivins. Ralph was just smooth, a singer, you know. Who else they have? Ronnie. Ronnie did some singing. Not Ronnie, that other dude, Ricky. Ricky did some singing. He was all right. But yeah, Ronnie, he just didn't have to be there. Not then, but then if you look at the evolution, Johnny Gill brought a mature sound to that group. He brought when they went that song, and matter of fact, the name of the album was Boys to Men. When they went from these are the things that change boys to turn boys to men or whatever, however the song go. But that's when right around when Johnny came, Johnny brought maturity to the group. Ralph was mad as hell. Bill at the time, Michael Bivins, I think he was worried the whole time they were going to get rid of him because he started becoming a businessman. He came up with ABC with the song Another Bad Creation, which was kind of the rival to Crisscross back in the day with Aisha. Boys to Men, he founded Boys to Men. Excuse me. Motown Philly, I think that was their first cut. Who else? Bobby somehow married one of the top R&B singers in history. I don't even know how he pulled that off, but he did. But if you look at it now, if you watch them in any interview now, Ronnie is like the spokesperson of the group. I saw not a documentary, but I think it was something on YouTube with, they were on not a talk show like TV, but it was Boys to Men and New Edition. And Ronnie was pretty much running the whole show as far as the talking. So yeah, Ronnie tall, he could dance, but he just was the least. Yeah, he was. He especially now I just couldn't believe when I just knew when everybody started splitting up, Bobby was out there with My Prerogative and Don't Be Cruel and Every Little Step and Truth About Ronnie and what else he had? I'm about to say PYT, but that Michael Jackson. And then Ralph came out with Sensitivity, his solo song. The other three dudes were just assed out, man. The other three, we thought they were, but then they came out with BBD. I saw this will never make it right here. I feel sorry for them. Boy, they came out with Poison. And your boy was about 20-ish, 23, 24, something like that. And I was in the club. And then Do Me Baby. And I just, the way they put it together, because I didn't really think them three could sing. I mean, Mike did the rap. Ronnie did nothing but dance. But then he tried to rap, talking about, and then they put an edge to it. They'd almost say a word, then they back off. I just thought it was, oh boy, New Edition, greater than the Jackson 5. Yeah, I think when it came overall talent, man. Michael. I heard, is it true they lied about Michael age? He wasn't really 5 when they said he was 5. He was like 8. I don't know. I heard it. I don't know how true it is. Don't say I said it. I heard it. Who all they had? They had Jermaine. He was a guitar dude. They had Tito. He didn't even look like he was in the family, really. And then the tall one, what was his name? Jackie, who just was dead wrong. He in high school hanging out with some 6-year-olds. That wouldn't even fly today. And Marlon couldn't dance. He almost didn't make it. Hey, what up, Kiddas, man? I remember Kiddas. Hey, Kiddas, what's going on, man? How you doing? All right, you might not have been here, Ty. You might not have been here. Prince or Michael Jackson? That's a good one. What y'all think, man? That's always a question. I think overall talent, I would give it to Prince. I think for me and the artistic abilities when I was probably in high school, I know I could probably name some Prince songs right now people hadn't heard of. But time says, my brother, if there is no New Edition, there's no Jodeci. There's no Boys to Men, definitely no Boys to Men. There is no SWV. There is no other groups, even New Kids on the Block. Yeah, everybody. Now, I was a big fan of New Edition. I wanted to be a New Edition. Don't y'all tell nobody. I really wanted to be in the group. Oh, that is a heck of a question right here. But, hey, the time is making up a great point there. Do I think that I think if I had to take New Edition over any other group, I mean, these guys are still performing. And let's be real, they still look good. These guys are still moving just as well as they did when they first started, if not better. They're more smoother. They've been together for decades, so they know how they could close their eyes and do all the moves. So they know how each other are going to move. But all right, let's get into this Michael Jackson Prince thing. Ah, man, that's a hell of a question, Lisa. Do I ever think that Michael and Diana Ross were intimately involved? What do people think? I think they had an infatuation going on because she was infatuated that he was a cute little kid. And wasn't Diana getting a drink on or something? I don't know. Now I ain't trying to spread no rumors, but did Mike even have a mindset to do anything intimate? I mean, I don't know. I would want to say I think they did, but I don't know. Can I honestly? Do I really? I don't know. That's a great question, man. I don't know. Okay, Prince equals Michael J. Or is there Prince on Michael J? Lisa said I can't choose between the two. Time hitting it up right here. Prince was more talented than Michael Jackson. That's what I was saying. Prince played 27 instruments. Prince wrote music for Chaka Khan, Larry Graham. I mean, he wrote music for some people. The group Time. Yep. Morris Day and the Time. I don't know if y'all remember the group The Family. They did a rendition of Nothing Compares to You. I had that cassette back in the day. I was a huge Prince fan. And I was too young to even be a Prince fan when he came out with Controversy and I Want to Be Your Lover. I knew the songs, especially once I got older. But when I got into Prince, I was part of the Purple Rain era. No, 1999. It's kind of 1999 with International Lover, 1999. But when I really got into him was during Purple Rain when he came out, and that, like Shelton was saying earlier, that's when the sound. I mean, that whole movie was a soundtrack basically. Now, Computer Blue, they could have left that out the album, but maybe an album had to have so many songs. But that's true right there, Time. I don't believe Michael Diana was intimately, but Michael was in love with Diana Ross for sure, because Mike was definitely infatuated. That's what I was saying. I think there would maybe been a mutual infatuation. I think it went both ways. Time said my favorite one. Now, my favorite one, oh man, I like Adore. I like Call My Name. Insatiable, Scandalous. If I Was Your Girlfriend, just you really had to. That was a genius song. I mean, yeah, I mean anybody could think like that, but who had the nerve to write it? What they say about Prince, he the only dude that can dress like a man, look like a woman, and take your woman or something like that. I mean, when you think about that, that dude was unbelievable, man. But that Adore, I mean, the guy had so many hits, you know. Yeah, Prince, Melissa Moore, Do Me Baby. Prince, he did the original, then Melissa, she did it by herself. She did a solo version of that, if I'm mistaken. Prince wrote that song. Not only that, Prince was involved with Vanity. I still have Vanity's poster. Now, what was that other lady? She couldn't mess with Vanity, man. Apollonia. I don't know what happened to Vanity, but Sheila E was bad too on the percussions. But if you look at now, Michael had the Jackson 5, and those were his siblings. I mean, but if you look at all the people that Prince influenced in the music world, yeah, wear high heels and get your girl. That's what I'm saying. Lisa said, wear high heels and get. I mean, this dude Prince was like what, 5'6" or something, 5'5", 5'4", and the dude was so smooth, man. And if you listen to him, how he could go the octaves of his voice. I mean, I just have to take Prince now. They used to say when I was growing up, I think I was in my 20s, a dance off between Hammer and Michael Jackson. Mm, if you look at them, I would probably take, I would probably overall in that age, when I was that age, I would have took Hammer. But if you look at both of them, it's because they had an entourage behind them doing the same dance moves. And to me, it just made it look good. Yeah, Apollonia didn't have a shot touching Vanity. I believe, oh man, did she? Oh man. Uh, but I mean, the people that Prince brought along, what's that lady song, You Got to Look? Not, um, You Got to Look. I can't remember her name, man. I mean, that dude, people wanted to work with Prince. People wanted to work with Michael, but and half, I mean, Prince's lyrics were out there a little bit, but Michael, some of the stuff he was talking about, I could never piece it together. I mean, it was like a mystery. I mean, not the Billie Jean and the PYT and all that, but it was some of them songs like she's out of my life. I like that. I mean, Prince and Michael was cool, but all in all, Prince was the leg. Well, hey man, we're coming up on our last call for comments. Yeah, Sheena Easton. Yeah, Sheena Easton. He did that song with her, and she kind of, I think in that video she dressed with the little ruffled shirt on, kind of like Prince did. But what was that play? Where did he live? I mean, you had Never Neverland with giraffes and monkeys running around. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't want to go. I mean, I don't know. I would have just went to the zoo. But then you had Paisley Park. So was I watching something? They said Prince invited him over and he cooked a bunch of biscuits or something. I don't know. I think I'd be mixing up some of these shows. They say he cooked a whole bunch of biscuits or cornbread or something for breakfast. I think it was biscuits, man. Wow, Denise Katrina Matthew. That was Vanity's real name. She was from Canada. I always thought she was somehow related to Beyonce, but Vanity is from Canada. Wow, I didn't know that. I tell you, Prince had some of the most exotic looking women, man. I mean, he had women. You stayed wondering where they were from, what was their originality, what was their cultural background. I mean, I never knew. Apollonia was Sheila E. though, with that blonde or whatever they call it, auburn black. Oh my God, man! And she looked tall. I don't know if she was really tall, but she looked tall. But when she tried to rap on that song with Prince, I think was that Beautiful Night or something? What? Okay. No, that wasn't Sheila E. You got the You Got the Look is Sheena Easton. See, it's two different people now. Sheila E. was the drum lady, and Sheena Easton, I don't know if she was a rock star or whatever, but no, man, them two different people. Now I don't know if she recorded later on. I don't know. Hey, thanks, Lisa. Yeah, this is what the hell is this? A Movado. I love this watch. I be forgetting. I got like 25 watches. I just went in there and threw a different one on. My co-host clowned me on the last classroom talking about my Rolex. So I thought I'd downgrade for this episode. They said Prince tried to run over Michael Jackson. What? When did that happen? Damn. I didn't know that. I mean, it was enough for everybody. Then they out there fighting too. That's crazy, man. I don't know. Now, who are they though? Because it's a whole lot of stuff. And we've talked about a lot of great people tonight. Celebrities that at the end of the day, they're real people, they're regular people. Yeah, time. That's what I'm saying. Every woman Prince had, it seemed like he took them off an island from a place I have never been before in my life. These women are so sexy and exotic looking. That's what I was saying, man. I would have never thought no Canada. Not for Vanity. God, Vanity was bad, beautiful, just sexy and sultry. Just I think that's how you say it, man. She was just bad, but that's a good description. You know, and we're talking about all these people, and then we're looking at artists today. You know, I'm not gonna well, we call them celebrities, so I'll just say that. But the the talent that comes from these different neighborhoods, whether it's the burbs or it's the hood, whether it's the ghetto or it's the suburbs or somewhere in between, it's a lot of talent out there, and I often wonder, uh, Lisa, why you say you ain't got that look? You ain't got that look. Well, I don't know, Lisa. You're an attractive young lady. I mean, I don't know about the vanity. They just didn't look. They didn't look like they really. I don't know. They just like they fit in a different category, in my opinion. Okay, that's why I believe Rick James was jealous of Prince because I heard they had a few point. Is that true? Because you're a little older than me, you would know about that few. I don't remember Prince and Rick. I think I wasn't a fan of Rick James, to be honest. I didn't. I mean, I like the song Cold Blooded, and obviously they still play Super Freak. And then Hammer did a remake of used sampled the song, and then but when he brought what's old girl name Tina Marie out, that dude he was just like Ike when he brought Tina out, man. When he brought Tina Marie out, what they used to call her, vanilla chocolate or something. I forgot what they used to call it. Something like that. That woman could sing. But I don't remember the Prince. That might have been a little before my time, to be honest. See, I like that. Time said, Lisa, can I say this to you? You are beautiful in your own way. There you go, man. And I like that because a lot of people, there's certain people have these expectations of people. I was in the grocery store today and I saw a woman and she could have looked like a Vanity or not. She looked better than Apollonia, but I didn't know where she was from. I mean, I didn't go and ask her, but she just had a different look. And you see that all the time. Okay, so hey kiddo, you was never a Rick. Yeah, I just didn't like the dude, man. Not that I didn't like him. I didn't know him not to like him. I didn't like his music. I didn't really think he could sing. I mean, I probably have to fight if I said that to some true Rick James fans. All right. Rick James was getting ladies, but he wasn't getting the ladies like Prince. Oh no, no. And I believe Prince was a better artist than Rick. Oh, far, yeah. Rick made great music, but Prince was a better musician. Uh, Rick couldn't even. I mean, I know he had the little long, whatever kind of hair he had, braids, curls, whatever he had. But when Prince cut his hair off, and I forgot what was her name, Mai Tai. When he married Mai Tai, he did that song. Could you be the most beautiful girl in that world? That time, hell, he looked better than his wife. They look like that. He had that little crop cut, kind of like Halle Berry. Dude cut all his hair off. Man, he had the ladies tripping. And then if you have y'all ever listened to the end of that song, International Lover? That dude did a song where he was the pilot, using all the words that the pilot would use prior to departure, but turn it into a sensual, sexual song. I don't think Rick did nothing like that. If he did, I ain't never heard it. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Now they had some hits, man. What was that dude? He still kind of looked the same. He gained some weight on. Philip Bailey, I think his name is. What was that dude named? Verdi. You know he was from the country. Verdi. And then you had the dude that had the receding hairline since he was 22. I forgot. Maurice. So you had Philip Bailey, Verdi, and Maurice White, I think. Yeah. Yeah. You always talk about Michael Jackson versus Hammer. Don't play Hammer short. Hammer would have. I think, yeah, but if I ain't mistaken, Hammer said he got a lot of his moves from Mike. And I think that's probably why they never had a dance off. Because he said he got a lot of his moves from Michael Jackson, but I mean, that was two different styles. But when he came out with Let's Get It Started, I think that was his first hit, the one that went mainstream. I don't know what he had in the Bay Area, but that was the jam. Kenneth says arrogance and jealousy got the best of him. First, let alone his drug. Oh, you talking about Rick? Yeah. He had a lot going on, man. You mentioned Earth, Wind, and Fire. I'm going to mention the most iconic, underrated group ever. Yep. I saw Frankie in concert, man. He was up in age. One of the most underrated songs he ever did was not that it was a hit or nothing. Silky Soul Singer. And that, to me, that defined him. Not the song did, but that was a great description of him. But you go to any party from coast to coast, north to south, east to west right now. You play Before I Let Go, you're going to fill up a dance floor. You go to a barbecue and you play Happy Feelings, if they wasn't drunk, they about to be. I mean, something about that song. Or I don't know why I'm mixing up the Isley Brothers with Frankie Beverly. Southern Girl. Yep. I agree, Time. I will agree. Yeah, Robbie DeBarge, he was with, see, a lot of people don't know that they know, and they don't get that mixed up with L that I like and all that. That's from Switch, if I ain't mistaken. Ain't that the group Switch? When I call your name, sometime when I get lonely, it eases the pain. Yep. What a difference. That LTD love ballad, man. I started DJing when I was 16. And a lot of the songs I knew, but a lot of them I was forced to know because you had to play them in the club. What? Rick did actually bring Smokey Robinson down because Smokey was already smoking. Yeah, I think, going back in the days. What song they did? Ebony Eyes? You talk about a unique voice point. My favorite Frankie Beverly made song. I listen to it every morning. Happy Feeling. Yeah, Happy Feeling. I mean, it's something about this song that just gets you going. And it's amazing how, I've often wondered this, y'all. Did they know? I mean, everybody think if you're an artist, if you're a content creator, you think every video is going to be a hit. If you're a music artist, you want to think that every song is going to be a hit, but some is not. But I wonder, a lot of these groups, do they think 3, 4 decades, 5, 6 decades later, these songs will still be played? I mean, it blow my mind, like Frankie Beverly. And somebody said they referenced with when I wear the hats and I've never worn a hat. Yeah, I have. I think I did a video a while back alone, but it was more of a Boys to Men tribute. I had a tie like when they came out with the hats on back in the 90s or maybe the 2000s, whatever year it was. But Frankie Beverly with the simple hat and the all-white party. I mean, people today still doing all-white parties. When I saw Frankie, it was an all-white concert. And man, I just didn't understand why they had to have all them people in the band, though. As a businessman, we would have got rid of some of them people, man. We would have got some electric guitars or some synthesizers. I know they was happy when those came out. You forgot about LTD. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something, Kenneth, about Mint Condition. They did Ebony Eyes, yes, but everybody that was on Motown was on that pipe or on some type of drug like Eddie Kane. Wow. Yeah, you look at those movies, man. I mean, shit, what was that dude's name? With the Temptations. Hell, you can go to New Edition. I mean, they still performing, so I ain't gonna watch that movie. I just said watch that movie. Yeah, Mint Condition, man. What's that dude now? Because he performed by himself, Stokely or whatever his name is. They music had too much noise back then. When they came out, I was with that simple beat, like a little. Somebody mentioned Silk earlier, and I think I ended up accidentally skipping it. But Silk, like that simple, like the 808 bass, and I think it's like 80 beats per minute or 60, 80, the slow jams. But Mint Condition had the real band and all that. I like Pretty Brown Eyes. Um, but I don't know if I ever bought one of their CDs or cassettes or whatever they had when they came out. Um, Man, yeah, I wasn't a big Mint Condition fan, but yeah, I remember them. It ain't too many groups during the night. I ain't talking about these new jacks. I don't know Pop Smoke and Smoke 'em upside the head and all them people, man. But the OGs, I mean, going back to Prince, the song "Sometimes It Snows in April" or "Another Lonely Christmas." Those are songs that a lot of people don't even know about. But I used to play those. I used to get every cassette. I didn't get the albums. I think by the time I was able to buy music at my age at 15, 16, whenever I had a job, it was the cassette era, not the 8 tracks, but the cassettes. Okay, let me see where we at. Take that down. All right, y'all, man. I'm having fun, man. Just kind of reminiscing and actually coming on and not doing a serious topic. And we're gonna do June is gonna be not necessarily, it's gonna be topics, but it's gonna be fun topics. Whether it's on live and direct with Tanya and myself or the classroom with Keisha and myself. Uh, when it's on this channel, Tanya and I broadcast, we multicast to my channel and her channel, but I'm calling it the summer experience. I don't want to do anything serious. We're going to have some serious topics if they need to be discussed, but especially starting in the month of June. And this is kind of a prelude to that, just to get people in a, because I used the experience with Rod thumbnail, but I made it black and white when I did this. And I did that on purpose because if you look right there, it's going to be the same look, but I want people to know that it's a different. We want to have fun, man. I mean, it's so much going on right now. So many people that they don't even have time to reflect on yesterday, let alone yesteryear. And people are, you don't see people smile. I grew up in an era and in an area and an era where people didn't have much, but they had a lot of fun. They didn't have a lot of money, but they had a lot of fun. They made do with what they had. You don't see that much now. I'm not gonna say people back then didn't try to live beyond their means, but you had people that knew how to take a couple of dollars and have a party like they had hundreds of thousands of dollars. Wow, Kenneth, I didn't know you're 69, almost 70. Okay. Man, you know some music, man. Yeah, the early 90s, New Jack Swing. Yeah, Teddy Riley, Guy. Who else did New Jack Swing? I know New Jack City whole soundtrack was that New Jack Swing era. That's how I came up with New Jack Swing, because they did New Jack City. But it's a lot of people, man, that don't get a chance now to even have fun. A lot of people don't know how to have fun if they're not outside. They don't know how to have fun if they don't have a lot of money. But when I grew up, including myself, we had a lot of fun. And even when I joined the Navy in 89, I'm gonna say more than 90, I remember it was 4 or 5 brothers and myself. We would scrounge up maybe $10 between 5 of us, $2, $3 a piece. And we go by the package store, we go to Church's Chicken, get us a 2-piece, 99-cent 2-piece with you ain't gonna even get no potatoes. You got a 2-piece, a leg, a thigh, a biscuit with 100 pounds of butter on it and a jalapeno. And we had fun. And now, some kind of way, people, I don't even know if people have fun anymore. I don't know the if you go to a party, you got to worry about will you come out alive or not. You got to worry about who mad because you're looking at their lady and all this other mess. Now, I'm not saying that didn't happen back in the day, but it was just people dancing and sweating and just having a good time. And now it's so everything's so damn serious, man. Everything, life, some kind of way with technology, life got easier, but living got harder. I'm gonna say that again. Life, the things around us, supposedly got easier, but living, even though we're making more money, things are easier, jobs aren't as hard, living got harder. Prices going up, rent, mortgage, housing, food, gas, everything that we call a necessity to get to work, to nourish our bodies, to put a roof over our head. It's almost, how are some people even living? And I don't mean alive living, but how are they surviving when rent or mortgage does not match the pay? Where you have to have 3 or 4 people. Privacy is almost out the door. Just to get a 2-bedroom apartment, you almost got to have 3 youngsters get together and pool their money. And then who gonna get the beds? Who gonna be on the couch? Who gonna be on the love seat? Who gonna be on the pallet on the floor? What happened to the big mamas? If you listen to that song, we've been talking about music all night. If you listen to that song, Family Reunion, most mothers are imitations, or something like that, of their mothers. Most sons are watching their fathers, and most mothers are watching their mother, because one day she's going to be a mother too. That's how the song go. But who's watching who now? I mean, do we even have any role models? I was in a live the other day. You know, we could try to put it on the parents, man, but these kids out of control now. I can't go snatch nobody's child up. And in some instances, I can't even talk to him. But if I think I can, if it's a young male and I see him and he doing something, I'm not gonna run up to him like I'm about to fight or nothing, but I'm like, hey man, what you doing, bro? And I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna talk to him. It used to take a village, now it take damn near the whole planet, because somewhere things were made simpler, but simplicity was taken away. Things were made simpler, but simplicity was taken away, where it evolved. It's not like all this stuff started, you know, clothes, people going to school fighting over shoes, the haves and the have-nots and all that. You're light skinned, you're dark skinned, you're pretty, you're ugly, you're handsome, you're not. All that stuff been going on. But somehow it's been taken to a whole new level, man. And that's why I wanted to do this tonight, to reflect back on yesteryear. And yesteryear, for some people, it is the 90s. It is Living Single, Girlfriends, Martin, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society. Some people have never even seen those movies. I trip now, man. When I go to the store, I went to the store today to get a gallon of water. I remember drinking water out of a water hose that was in a hydrant in Arkansas when it was almost 100 degrees. You had about 3 seconds when the water might be a little cool, and then it was going to get hot. You don't even see that anymore. These little devices changed, and it's not going anywhere, man. It's not going anywhere. So with that being said, man, we got 4 real homies in the crib again. If you're watching the replay, if you're catching the replay, if you're still here, I greatly appreciate you. Just to talk about something else, if you're trying to get your money straight and you don't know how to get started, I do have an investing channel. And let me put it in the comments. Investing with Rod. I'm going to be looking the same way in that video as I'm looking right now. I'm going to have a ball cap, a t-shirt, and I take everybody on my journey on how I take small amounts of money and invest for my financial future. I'm not there to talk. Now, my earlier videos, I would be suited and booted. I'd have a sports coat, suit, ties, all that. But I wanted to be relatable. I wanted to reach the same people that I'm talking about, our younger generation. I wanted to reach the blue collar workers. I wanted to reach the white collar workers that still don't know how to invest. I just did 2 videos this past week of how AI people are afraid of AI. But I did 2 videos talking about investing into AI. Lisa did a couple of videos this past week, Lisa J. Stocks, on investing in AI. It ain't going nowhere. It's not going anywhere. So definitely check out Investing with Rod. I put it down in the comments. Again, on that channel, man, usually 8 to 10 minute videos, maybe 11 minutes. And I just keep it simple, man. I'm just an everyday dude showing everybody my journey. I also have a channel, and I'm going to kick off the credit series, maybe the end of this month or June, Points Blank Travel, where I used to, and I'm still going to do it, teach people how to travel with points and miles from credit cards. Now I'm going to move more towards debit cards, cashback, credit, how to go from say a mid 500 credit score. You can go as high as you want to go. You just have to follow and all of this stuff, y'all, is free. It's free 99. I'm gonna give you the 99 cent back. All you have to do is subscribe, make sure the bell notification is turned on. I don't have no seminars. I don't have no speaking engagements. All of this stuff is on YouTube. I think altogether, I haven't counted, probably 1,500, 1,600 videos that I've done. Individually, collaborations with other people. Lisa J and I have done stuff. So check it out, man. All right, we're going to get ready to raise up, man. I'm 2 hours and 15 minutes in this thing. And I'm going to take us out here. And I want to thank everybody for coming by. Again, hit that like button if you haven't done so. Remember, man, today is tomorrow. Today is not promised. If you got somebody that you've been wanting to tell you love them, and you got your prize sitting on in your palm of your hand, or as I used to tell people, you got your ass on your shoulders, man, drop that. Kill that stuff, man. It is so much going on. This year had to be one of the saddest Mother's Days I've seen. It seemed like there was more people unhappy than it was happy. So I'm gonna leave that at that. But as I always say, man, as I end each and every live stream, I will be coming at you soon, dropping more heat, more fire, more knowledge, whether I'm showing you how to travel with little or no money out of your pocket, how to get your credit score up, or whether I'm showing you my investment journey on stocks, exchange traded funds, or crypto, or I'm on here where it's just more than a YouTube channel, it's an experience. Please believe I will be coming at you with the heat. Have a blessed and prosperous evening. What's going on, J.R. Hill, man? Good to see you here. Hey, he just reminded me, I may be doing we got quite a few members now. I'm gonna either do a members only live Sunday or Wednesday. I got enough people now, but we should have a decent crowd. So stay tuned for that. JR has been rocking with me since I first started. And as always, man, shoot for the moon. If you don't make it, you'll be amongst the stars. I can guarantee you. I'm living proof. Matter of fact, speaking of living proof, we're going to go out of here with something I put together that is pretty much a good description of my thoughts, my belief system. I don't think I'm better than anyone else. I'm always willing to learn as well as teach. I don't ever want to stop learning. And at the end of the day, I'm just a regular dude, man. With that being said, we're going to get out of here, man. Hope y'all have a great evening. I will be coming at you soon. Much love, y'all. Peace.
From the mud to the city. It's that Points Blank. Rod talk. Yeah.
Much love, y'all.
Came up tracking every dime, stretching out a nickel just to buy time. Dreams in a notebook, grease on my shirt. Staring at the ceiling light, make this work. Cold nights, no lights, corner store diet. Taught me how to move smart, learn to move quiet from the curb where they hustle for a quick flip. I was in the back breaking down on the ship. Little homies watching, so I had to get it straight. If I'm teaching wealth, I can't show them paper plates. Turn game into class, turn class into checks, turn checks into peace, turn peace into net.
To the city, yeah. From the corner to the office, doing it all legit. He refused to quit. Turn the pain to a purpose, now you see what it is. From the mud to the city, oh, every scar, every loss, every lesson he flipped. He be motivated, inspiring, educating, inspiring, an experience like no other. This a personal anthem, you feel in your chest.
Tapped in with points blank, showed them how to stack slow, showed them how to breathe when the price start to backstroke. Charts on the wall, got the vision all mapped. I'm the voice saying ho when they tempted just to snap. Used to stand on that corner, now I stand on the stage. Same heart, same hustle, just a different wage. I don't flex for the net, I invest for my kids. Teach them freedom ain't a slogan, it's the way that you live. Every video a seat at the table. We break bread, break limits, break out of these labels. If I did it from the dirt, you can rise from the floor. I'm the proof that your story still can turn
from the mud to the city, yeah. From the corner to the office, doing it all legit. He refused to quit. Turn the pain to a purpose, now you see what it is. From the mud to the city, oh, every scar, every loss, every lesson he flipped. He be motivating, inspiring, educating, he's firing, an experience like no other. This a personal anthem, you feel in your chest. If you're tired of the same old cycle, if you're ready for a new survival, if you're learning from the points blank Bible, let that fear fall back, go viral. Hey,
Much love, y'all.
yeah.
Peace.